Welcome to Min Online, your channel for educational videos. This is this first term assessment of the first 5 units of Collins English Skills because some of you are using this product and there were a lot of questions about the paper pattern and there were a lot of questions how to design a paper when you're using this book. So this video tutorial is about an assessment and how to administer that assessment based on Collins English Book 1. This is for grade 1. Before this, I have uploaded a video about the paper pattern, which is a journal video, and it discusses that how are you going to redesign or change or modify your paper pattern according to the product that you are using. So if you haven't watched that video, please go and watch that video as well. So, school assessment, first term Collins English Skills, ages 6 to 7 for grade 1, and this comprises of 6 sections. Section 1 is about reading, as you can see. Part 1 is look at the pictures and say the words. So, they just have to look at the pictures and say the words. All these pictures have been taken from the book, and there are 5 pictures and the total marks are 2.5, so half a mark for every picture. Second part is look at the pictures and read the words. So words are also given underneath the pictures. Again, there are 5 parts and 2.5 marks. Part 3 has got 5 marks because the students have to just read these words. And at the end of this exam paper and at the end of this video, I will also explain how to grade, how to give marks. Part 4 is about reading different sentences. So, as you can see, there is a gradual progression. The difficulty level increases from part 1 right up to part 4. So, as in part 1, they are only looking at the pictures and saying the names. In part 2, they are reading the words. In part 3, there are no pictures, they just have to read the words. And part 4 is about reading 3 sentences. And the marking is according to the level of difficulty. Part B is about spellings. So section B is about spelling. So part 1 is about CVC words. Now you might say that they haven't done any CVCs in this grade 1, but they know the CVCs because they have done CVCs in KG. And there are a lot of CVCs, which is consonant, vowel, consonant, in this book as well. So we have chosen those CVCs from the book. List of CVCs is given at the end of this video, at the end of this paper also. So part 1, 5 words comprising of CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. Part 2, 5 look and say words, and there are 2.5 marks for it, so half mark for every word. Part 3 is common core vocabulary words. So those who are teaching this book, they know that there are 2 different lists of vocabulary given in every unit. One is extended vocabulary and one is the common core vocabulary. So common core vocabulary words will be used here, and part 4 is writing of sentences. So there are 3 sentences which we have given to you at the end of this paper, which you will say to the students. This is dictation, they will listen to it and write. So part 1 was reading, part 2 is spellings, which is dictation. Part C is phonics, because phonics is a major component of this book also, and phonics does not finish or complete at KG level, it goes right up to grade 2 level. So look at the pictures and write their initial sounds. That's why the marks are only 2.5. Part 2 is choose to write A or I. So they have to fill the blanks with A or I. These are vowels. Then part 3 is write the correct word. So the CVCs are given. They have to look at the picture and then choose the right word and write it here. For example, nut, net, and not. So the proper word is net. So that's why there are 5 marks for it. And then part 4 is about clusters, about consonant clusters. So FR, DR, ST, they have done the clusters. So they will not only look at the picture, read the correct word, and then write the correct word in the blank. So 5 marks for this. All this is based on the knowledge of phonics. Part D is grammar. The students in the first 5 units, the students are learning about what a sentence is, what is the beginning and the end of a sentence, what are asking sentences, what is the difference between a sentence and a phrase. So, part one is write these sentences correctly. They just have to put the capital letter at the beginning and full stop at the end. 5 sentences and 5 marks. Part 2 is find and circle the correct sentences. So the pictures are given Pat and Sam. So of course this is not Pat and Sam. Pat and Sam like cats. So this is the correct sentence. So this is picture depiction. They look at the picture and then they tell about the right sentence and they just tick the right sentence. Then part 3 is write the questions, start and end questions correctly. Do you like apples? So they have to put the capital letter and the question mark. And this also has 5 marks, 5 parts in it. Then it comes fill in the blanks using articles. A or an they are going to use. They have done this exercise about a and an. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks and 5 words they have to choose. 5 a and an they have to choose to write in the sentences. Now we come to section E. Section E is about comprehension, and a long passage of comprehension is given, not very long, according to the level of grade 1. And what are the students going to do? They are going to read the comprehension passage and then they are going to write the questions, the answers of the questions that are given at the end. There are 20 marks for it because they not only should show their reading skill but understanding skill and then deriving answers from the passage that is given. This passage is also taken from the book. What is the reading about? So 3 options are given. The cards for Danny come, 3 options are given. How many cards? 3 options are given. And how old is Danny? So they have to write a complete sentence. How old is Danny? 5 marks for every answer and 20 marks in total. Communication skills is a basic part of learning any language, and we work on the student's spoken language. So part F is about communication skills. Total marks are 15 and there are 5 parts. In which class do you study? And there are 2 options. You have to tick the correct option. Answers in complete sentence or does not answer at all. So if the child answers in complete sentence, then gets full 3 marks. But if it doesn't answer in a complete sentence, then gets 1.5, which is half of 3, because the total marks are 15. What is your favorite subject to study in school? Why do you like this subject? Which games do you like to play? And what is your favorite food and why? So the paper comprises of 6 sections. As I told you, section 1 is about reading, and in every section the parts, they gradually increase in difficulty. That's why the marking is also according to that. Part B is about spellings, part C is about phonics, part D is about grammar, part E is about comprehension, part F is about communication skills. Now there are some instructions and guidelines for the teachers. For section A, set a time limit for each task. Ask the students to read quickly and carefully. If the time is finished, move on to the next part. Do not just leave students trying for half an hour. It will be very unfair with those who just can do it in 1 or 2 minutes. Give 3 seconds to attempt an unknown word. Give 3 tries to correct the misread word. If they read a word incorrectly, just give them 3 chances. Section B, if one letter is written wrongly or placed wrongly, it is considered a mistake. Do not cut half a mark. Cut a full mark because it makes the whole word wrong. Now, what is the list of CVCs? The dictation that you will be telling the students: man, hat, hand, pen, and bean. The list of look and say words is this, his, on, my, and come. The list of common core vocabulary word, because the marks were 5, so there are 10 words: sand, sail, book, hook, taste, locate, bones, goat, wave, and teeth. And the sentences for dictation: we went sailing on the sea. At first, big waves made our boat roll from side to side. I started to feel sick. All this is taken from the book. Section C, make the student say the word and then write the initial sound. Make the student say the word first. What are the journal instructions? You can divide the paper into different segments according to the section. So let the students do one section, then give them the next section. Stop them from doing all the paper all at once. So do the reading first, then come to the phonics, then come to the grammar, then come to the comprehension, and then come to the spoken. You can also take help from any assistant teacher. An extra pair of hands is always better when you are administering exam papers to the students. Also, there is no compulsion that all the papers should be done in one day. You can divide it into two parts. Half of it is done today. Maybe reading and spoken and dictation is done on one day, and maybe spellings, phonics, and comprehension is done on the other day. So keep the parents in loop and tell them that this is how we are going to take the exam. We are going to take half of it on one day and half on the other day. Marking is very clear. There is no ambiguity in it. So be very specific when you are marking the paper. The total marks are 100 for this exam. So that's all. PDF is available for this exam paper. After watching this video, if you require the PDF, kindly write in the comments below. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment.